How to create a Google Sites homepage with 2 linked pages, or even more if you want to. Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing great. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to do so. This is going to be more beneficial for people who want to have a homepage, which is going to describe the entire thing, and then you want to redirect people into 2 or more different pages that are going to, that is going to relate to them. For example, in this video, what I'm going to try and replicate, let's say I'm going to start a clothing website, and then I just want to redirect people from the homepage, which is going to describe that this is a clothing website, into 2 pages. One which is going to be for men's clothing, and then the other one is going to be for women's. So this is what I'm trying to replicate in this video. But obviously for you, it's going to be for, different reasons. It's going to be the same idea though. So I'm going to start with a blank site here. So I'm just going to click on that, create a blank site, and I'm just going to get started with this one. This is going to be the home page. So you would want to customize this, letting people know exactly what this website is about. But if you're just getting started, we can first start by giving our site a name. So I'm just going to name this Dummy Clothing Store, because obviously I'm not really going to be publishing this. So yeah. And then you can just start with the header for your main page or the home page. So you can just go ahead and name it whatever you want. So I'm just going to do welcome, for example. And obviously you'd want to customize this a little bit. So you would want to just go ahead and add an image here, a background image. So let me just go ahead and upload any image that I can actually find here. Obviously, you would want to go for something that is actually going to suit your needs better. I'm just going to be using this for the sake of this tutorial. And this is going to be the home page, so you can actually feel free to add whatever you actually want. So if you want to have an introduction about your site, you can feel free to do so by adding some text. So you can just go ahead and click on text, and it's just going to be normal, but you can just go ahead and make it, for example, a heading, and start with, I'm not really sure what you want it to go with here, and I'm not even sure what I'm going to go for here. So let's just do example text here. And then underneath, maybe you can just add some more text and so on. So you can really feel free to add whatever you want in here. So if you want to add an image, whatever. Next up, we're going to actually go ahead and set up the other pages that we want to link to this one. So it is actually going to be a very simple process. Obviously, I did not really talk about customization much, but you can really change your styles and stuff. And if you want to change this color, you can feel free to do so from the themes section. You want to really just go ahead and first find a theme that you actually like better. Then you can just go ahead and start adjusting the colors and stuff. So I'm just going to stick with this one. I'm not really going to change the colors much here. You can feel free to do it if you want, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. And let's say we want to start adding the actual pages now. So the first thing is going to be creating the actual pages and then linking them to the home page, which is going to be this one. So how do we actually create the pages? With Google Sites, it's very simple. You simply just click on pages on the top right of the navigation. And then from here, you should be able to find the pages that already exists. And we just want to hover over the plus and click on plus new page here. Once that happens, you just want to go ahead and name them. So this is going to be for the men's clothing. Click on done. I'm just going to leave it empty for the time being, and then we can just go back here, create another one for women's clothing, and we can just go ahead and hit done. Now, if you have noticed already that we can actually see that we have the home page here, it does actually give us a navigation of the items that we have just added. So now we have home, women's clothing, and also men's clothing. So it's going to be a part of the navigation, and we don't really want that. Or for me at least, I don't really want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is just hide them from the menu here. So doing so, again, just click on pages and then just click on the 3 dots right next to them and click on hide from navigation. And same goes for men's clothing. So I'm just going to click on hide from navigation. And now pretty much we don't have any navigation anymore, because we only have the one item, which is the home page. Next step would be to actually customize these pages and add your own thing to them. So if it's products and stuff, you can feel free to add them and list them in here. If it's some more text or something, it's up to you. So feel free to customize these pages. What I'm going to do, because I don't really want to take a lot of time here, I'm just going to add an image for each and call that a day. So we can just go ahead and do green here for this one, and just maximize this, for example, just so we can make it unique, you know. And then we can just go ahead and move on to the other page, which is the men's clothing page, and also add another image here, which is also going to be another color. So let's just do purple, and just do that. Okay, so let's say we have fully customized our pages now. Now we have the ability to actually link the home page to these two and be able to redirect people to these pages very easily, because we don't even have them in the navigation anymore. So we just simply want to go to the home page. So just go to pages, click on home page. And then from here, we want to add these two pages and link them. Make sure we have, you know, the people have the ability to actually access them very easily. So what I'm going to be using is content blocks here. So if you have 3 pages, you can use the 3 content blocks ones. If you have 4 pages, it could be the 4th one. If you just want to have more, you can just list them on top of each other. It's completely up to you. But for me, because I only have the two different pages, I'm just going to click on this one and drag and drop it right underneath this example text. And by the way, you can feel free to change the color and style of it as well. Now, what I'm going to be doing is adding some images here that is going to represent the other pages, so people can actually go ahead and, you know, understand this. This is for men's clothing, and this is for the women's clothing. So I believe the men's one was purple, so I'm just going to make that one purple as well, because I don't really have an image that states, you know, men's clothing and women's clothing. So obviously we'd want to get a proper image for this, but for me, I'm just going to click on this upload. And let's say this is for men, so I'm just going to upload the purple one. And then for the text, I'm just going to do men's clothing. Ideally, you also want the image to state that if you want to. And then we can also do the same thing for the women's. For some reason, I added the green one, so let's just stick to the green one, and then we can just type that in here. Okay. If you want to add some more text in here, you can feel free to do so. So you can just add that in here as well. The last step here that we have here, so we can actually link these, so they're going to be clickable, is that we click on the actual image itself. Just double click on it. Once it is highlighted like this, you simply just click on insert link. And then once you click on that, you should be able to find the 2 different pages or more pages, depending on how many you have. So simply just click on that and click on apply. Now, people, when they actually click on this, they're going to pretty much be redirected to the men's clothing page. We simply just want to do the same thing for the women's clothing. Click on the link, click on it, and then just apply the women's clothing one. And that's good to go. If you wanted to also highlight the text itself and give it the link also, you can feel free to do so by highlighting it and doing the same thing there. And I'm just going to remove the underline. I don't really like it, so we can do the same thing here. So highlight the text, insert link, women's, apply, remove underline. Or let's highlight, remove underline. There you go. And that's pretty much it. So let's just publish. And if you still want, if you still want to actually do more stuff to it, just make sure you have your who can view my setting to be restricted. This way you can still, adjust further things for your site, and no one will be able to see it, even if you publish it. So if we just click on view now, and click on, so this is pretty much the home page here. If we click on the image or the text, it's simply just going to take us to the other page, which we did not publish. This is why it's not visible. Same goes for this one. So if we just click on that, it's going to take us to the women's clothing page as well. So this is pretty much all we can do. Another thing that is also possible is that we can make a drop-down menu for the navigation if you want to. So this also could make it so that it is linked if you want. If you want to create the drop-down, it is very simple. You first want to show them in navigation, both of them, so like so. We just click on show on navigation, and then once you do that, you simply just drag and drop them underneath the home one. So we just click, hold, and then we just drag it underneath the home. So just highlight the home page, and it should just drop underneath. Same goes for this one, and we're good to go. So people, when they actually hover over this, they will be able to filter between these two. And then if you want to add another page like next to them instead of a drop down, we can just simply do that right here. And it's not going to be a drop down anymore, it's just going to be besides it. If it is a drop down, you can just hold and drag it outside, and now you can actually see that it is a standalone page. So yeah, this is pretty much all for this video. Hopefully you found it to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.